Let's bring in the public information officer for the city of Mount Juliet, Justin Beasley. Riding around Mount Juliet this morning, the PIO mobile. Justin, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me on. We appreciate being able to tell everybody about Mount Juliet and all the great things that are going on here. Pretty easy job to do because there's so much to talk about.
10 and 2 on the wheel, young man.
Something like that.
If you don't mind. All right, let's talk about this. Every year, look, I heard them talking about you on 99.7 this morning with Brian Wilson about Halloween and what's happening and everything. Spent a whole segment on you and what goes on with Halloween. All right, let's get it out there. When is Mount Juliet celebrating Halloween?
All right, Joe. So this year it's a pretty bold move. We're going to do Halloween on Halloween, the 31st from 5 to 9 this Sunday. In years past, I think one instance we had where we moved it up. It might have been on a Sunday. We moved it to a Saturday. And then a couple of years later, some severe weather came in on Halloween. So we moved it from actual Halloween to the day after. That's caused some confusion around the city, which is fine. But we've cleared it up the past 2 weeks with a public service announcement and a public service announcement reminder saying, hey, we're going to do Halloween on Halloween this year. And that comes from the city more than anything. There's no one person that decides that. We just want to alleviate any confusion among the community.
I got to think, in reading the Hit Mount Juliet Facebook page, that y'all have gotten so many phone calls about what day is it and what this happens every single year, though, Justin.
It does. Our administrative assistant, Sharon, has got a ton of phone calls about that. And I was out on assignment one day and she emailed me and said, hey, you need to put out a PSA because I'm getting phone calls left and right. And she also happens to be a person that is right behind me in my office. And I can just hear her laughing out loud when you're trolling me in one of my posts on the City of Mount Juliet Facebook. So she does a fantastic job and we're looking forward to Halloween. And if there's any inclination of how great Halloween's going to be here in Mount Juliet, just look at this Saturday, Halloween in the Park. Both of me and you were there. I can't count to 10, but it looked like 2,000-3,000 people there throughout the day. People are ready to get back out and about, involved in the community. And that's what we sell here in Mount Juliet. I mean, it's not cliche. I don't come from that world where I'll just try to sell you on something. Mount Juliet is literally about community, and we're happy to put that first and foremost.
I know some years past, I mean, you just started the job this past summer, but years past that Halloween had been moved, bad weather had rolled through there and all stuff. But this year, no matter what, Sunday, like we did when we were growing up, Halloween was on a Monday, Tuesday, whenever it fell, that was when we celebrated Halloween.
Yeah, and, some people will have parties. I know I'm going to a party on Friday, and, there's a couple on Saturday as well. But Halloween just needs to be on that day, especially when you have the police officers that are involved like we do here in Mount Juliet that are so engaged in the community. They're going to be handing out reflective wristbands to people from 5 to 9, which is the best time they believe to trick or treat. They're going to be out patrolling neighborhoods a little bit more so than they would normally. And also, you got to think about it. We have statistics, and I believe the stat reads a fatal accident can happen twice as likely to a kid getting run over by a car on Halloween than any other day. Wow. And that, that's an awful stat, but it's one that just to be aware of when you're with your kid because, they're distracted. They're trying to get candy. They're trying to cross the street. A lot of the times you can't see them in your rearview mirror. Just for not only the kids, but also the adults driving around, just to be a little bit more aware of on Halloween because we want to avoid anything of that nature. We want it to be a great holiday and one where kids can enjoy their candy and enjoy their costumes that are always fun to see.
Not to put you on the spot, but where can kids and families get those reflective bracelets?
They can actually get them from the police department on Charlie Daniels Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And if you don't get them by then, Sunday, cops will be out and handing those out. And I might just get one to have some more free swag. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a great, simple gesture for the city of Mount Juliet and the police department to do that for the community. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, and that's something we don't have to do, and not to knock on other cities, but we have a great staff of commissioners that invest into stuff like that and want to give the police department any and everything to be successful. And we want to communicate that message. We put out a press release yesterday. We want everybody to know that we're going to be as safe as possible. And our officers look forward to all this community engagement. I'm new to this world, but I can tell you they do something twice or 3 times a week, and they look forward to it. And it's usually the same people. We have a couple of kids that just want to be cops that always hang out at the police station, come by and bring by cookies and stuff. It's a great atmosphere, and we want to be a part of that. And we're going to make sure we are every year that we can, and be as safe as possible as well.
What I love about and I don't live in Mount Juliet, I live in Donaldson. What I love about the Mount Juliet Police Department, Justin, they're quite visible on social media. They're quite visible around the community. They're quite visible just about everywhere they are in Mount Juliet, and as a police department should. And they just do a fantastic job of just relaying information and keeping the public up to date on anything that's going on.
Yeah, and police officers around the world are fantastic people. You don't have to be as transparent as we are, but we want to do that for our community by sending out alerts. If there's a wreck on one road, there's going to be a 35-minute backup. And quite frankly, that vision helped me get my job, because they want the city to be the same way. So, Joe, as we spend a ton of time together, we love to tell the good. We love to highlight businesses. We did it when we started COVID, and now we're doing it full time. And I'm very thankful for that. But that's what I get to do here in the city of Mount Juliet. And a lot of that comes from the police station and how much they've been able to be transparent and how well it's worked in the city of Mount Juliet. That could be the difference in one business coming here and maybe picking, another city. It's just perception is reality. That's just the truth these days. And we're going to do our best to highlight the good. The hard work's already done when you host an event and you have all these things going on. The easy part is to take a picture and to broadcast and say, hey, here's what's going on. And I'm glad that me and you are able to do that with our respective avenues now.
Absolutely. All right. So Sunday, Halloween, 5 to 9 for the most part. Is that right? 5 to 9, but we're saying?
Yeah, 5 to 9. I mean, I'm sad. It's getting darker and darker earlier in the day. I don't even have time to mow the lawn. So yeah, about 5 o'clock is the best time, and 9 o'clock is about time to check in and go to bed so we can watch Mornings on Main Street the next day. You know what I mean?
You're not getting paid for that plug, so don't worry about that. You can stop that. All right, Justin, as always, thank you. Have fun with the Halloween and the great job you're doing in Mount Juliet, getting the positive word out there. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man. And hey, we got another house here. If you want to move to Mount Juliet, we'd love your money.
All right, we'll talk about that. All right, have a good day, buddy. Justin Beasley, the public information officer for Mount Juliet. And for those who are like, what, Halloween, what's going on? It's a big deal in Mount Juliet every year about when it's going to happen. And hear Justin say, all plans, 100%, Halloween night, celebrate. And again, the reflective bracelets you can pick up at the police office, the headquarters on Charlie Daniels Parkway. And that's another great gesture from the city of Mount Juliet.